Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I am doing a fridge tour. Now, this is one of the most requested videos I get from you guys. You guys are curious to peek inside my fridge, so I thought today would be the day. Now, just to give you a little bit of perspective, we are shooting this video on a Monday, and I usually do my meal prep on Sundays, so my fridge is clean, prepped, packed, and ready to go for a busy week. So let's take a look inside. So I'm just gonna start from the top and work my way down, okay? So up at the top here, I have my eggs and my egg whites. I keep my eggs stocked because we eat them a lot, and if I'm doing any baking as well, I use a lot of eggs. So I usually keep about 2 dozen fresh eggs, and then I also like to keep egg whites because I like to make simple scrambles with the whites as well. And for my family, since I have 2 little kids, if me, my kids, and my hubby have eggs for breakfast, you know, that's 8 eggs that we go through just like that. And as I've mentioned to you guys before, I also really like to do egg scrambles and omelets as a convenient, quick weeknight meal as well. So eggs are definitely a family favorite around here. Then I have my beloved Ezekiel bread. Now, Ezekiel bread is a sprouted bread. It does have wheat, so it does have some gluten in it, but oftentimes when people are sensitive to gluten or wheat, they can still eat the Ezekiel since it's sprouted. It's very hearty, it has a lot of texture, and the sesame is my personal favorite. So we just use this for toast or for sandwiches, really simple, but it's definitely my favorite bread. Highly recommend. Next up on my shelf here, I have some of the Siggi's yogurt tubes. Now, if you have kids, then you know they love to eat the yogurt out of the tube, but so many of the brands are just packed full of sugar and God only knows what else. So I love this brand. It's made with just a few ingredients. It's milk, sugar, blueberries, fruit pectins, and live active cultures. And each tube has just 5 grams of sugar, which is super low for these fruit flavored yogurt tubes. So I usually buy a whole bunch of them. I have 3 in here right now because my kids always want to have a snack, and this is a great snack for them. It has a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, and carbohydrate, so it's a nice balanced kids snack. Then up in the right hand corner over here, I have some of my jarred condiments. Would they be considered condiments? And that's just because they don't fit anywhere else in my fridge. So I just have some olives. I have green olives. I have black olives. I have some salsa. This is the Frontera brand. This is actually the first time we bought this one, and I thought it was insanely delicious. I used this to make some salsa chicken not too long ago. Then we also have some pickles, and I have a can of coconut milk that I used but didn't finish. So I kind of use this corner of my fridge for things like that, jars that are open, and they're kind of put right in that right-hand corner. And way in the back there, I also have some Bubby's sauerkraut. Let me get it out. Sauerkraut is a great natural probiotic. Everybody's always worried about what supplements they should be taking, but you know, sauerkraut is a natural probiotic, so just eating 1 or 2 tablespoons a day or including it in one of your meals is a great way to boost that gut immunity and keep your body nice and healthy and strong. Moving along, I would call this my protein section. Actually, this whole left part is kind of like the protein section, right? So down back in here, I have some Greek 2% yogurts. So we use these as a sour cream substitute. I will use this if I'm making a tuna salad. I like to go half mayo, half yogurt. I love to just eat it as a snack, mix in some fresh fruit and some cinnamon. These are just super convenient. They have no added sugars, so it's one of my favorite yogurt snacks. Although, FYI, dairy naturally has sugar in it, so it does have some sugar in there, but it's not like the ones that are pre-mixed with the fruit on the bottom. So, big fan of these. And then I also have some cottage cheese in here. And again, I buy the low fat. Sometimes I buy the full fat, but not the fat free. That's kind of where I fall on the spectrum. And this I usually keep on hand. I like eating it plain as a snack, but more times than not, I will use this to make my protein pancakes because both of my kids love those. And sometimes I'll make a whole bunch on the weekend and have them ready to go. Otherwise, if not, I just make them, you know, when we're ready to eat them. Then what I have here is some chicken that we grilled up. Actually, I have 2 containers of it, right? So I marinated this chicken, and my husband grilled it, and then what we do is we chop it into little pieces like this. So it's ready to be thrown on top of a salad or mixed in to make a salad. Super easy and convenient when you have it in the fridge like this, ready to go. I also use this to put in kids' lunch boxes, the little barbecue sauce on the side for dipping. So again, guys, prepping on the weekend is my savior once the week gets going. And then let me just show you the other half of the chicken. We just cut we take the breast and cut it in half lengthwise. So this chicken is really good to be put on a sandwich. So having it prepped and cooked like this ahead of time is key. Then over here I have a bowl of hard-boiled eggs. I told you we liked eggs around here. So these really all I use them for is just to eat them as is on a snack. Sometimes I'll slice them and put them on a piece of toast for breakfast with a little avocado. Sometimes we'll make egg salad. So we use hard-boiled eggs on the reg. Then way in the back I have some coffee. Now we always change our coffee up, but you know, I love coffee. Coffee is one of my greatest little pleasures in life. It's the little things, my friends. So this is called Wicked Joe. I like dark roast coffee, and I usually try to get my coffee organic, and this one I'm a big fan of. We do try different coffees at different times. This is what I'm currently drinking. I give it a thumbs up. Then I have a little bowl of vitamins over here, and these honestly were our sample sizes that somebody gave me. They're the Nordic Naturals Omega vitamins, so I have them in there. I just keep them there. Then in the back here, I have this little stack. I have some cashew butter that we bought when we were away on vacation. I have some hummus, and then I have some applesauce. So those are all little snack options that we can turn to. I use the applesauce when I'm baking. Sometimes we just eat it plain, or that's another one that I will mix right into my yogurt. Have you ever tried that? Applesauce in your yogurt? Delish. Now, I'm gonna hit the back row and then we'll move to the front. Back here, I have the Nordic Naturals. These are the vitamins that I give. These are vitamins that I give my kids, and I'm going to talk more about vitamins over here, but they're just kid vitamins. This is the brand that we use, Nordic Naturals. And then we have a container of our flaxseed. This is flaxseed flour. It's also called flaxseed meal. If you do have this in your house, it's good to keep it in the refrigerator because it can go rancid. So if it's not in a cool, dry place, you'll notice that it can go bad, and you'll know by the smell of it. So you just smell your flaxseed. This is great. You can sprinkle it on top of toast. You can put a little bit into a smoothie on top of your oatmeal. You just get healthy fats, a little bit of fiber, just a great healthy boost. I'd call that one a super boost. Now, the bulk of the work that I do for my meal prep on the weekends is really based around my fruits and my vegetables, mostly vegetables, right? So what you'll notice is the rest of my fridge from like here, this whole shelf, and these drawers, that's all veggies. And I find if you're gonna do just one thing on the weekends to help you eat better throughout the week, it's prep some veggies on the weekend. So let me show you. In these two bowls here, I have this amazing chopped salad that I just kind of discovered this new technique that I'm gonna have to do a video on. Let me show you guys this. See, it's basically, you take these veggies, you put them right in your food processor, and you could really eat a salad like this with a spoon. It is so delicious. I have kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, red cabbage, carrots, chopped up almonds and sunflower seeds, and then there's some raisins in there as well. I do not dress it, so the dressing is on the side, and then I'll just add it when I'm ready to eat it. So when it's lunchtime, all I have to do is I put some of this in a bowl. Maybe I'll add some grilled chicken if I want a little extra protein, toss the dressing on there, and lunch is ready to go. Super easy way to keep it clean and delicious during the week. Then over here I have some cherries that I washed and are ready to go. We actually had a much bigger bowl of these yesterday, but my daughter's obsessed with them, so they go very quickly. In this bowl, I have broccoli stem salad. So when we do our crudité, which I'm gonna get to in a minute, when I prep all those veggies on the weekend, we take the stems, when I say we, I mean my husband, and he mixes them with some garlic, some ginger, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some lemon and olive oil, salt, pepper, and it makes this really delicious broccoli stem salad. It's a great way to get more out of your produce, right? A lot of times we don't think to save those stems and just toss them, but if you cut them up like this, make a simple salad, you get a bonus dish, right? Save a little bit of money, and you get a little bit more clean and deliciousness into your refrigerator. Then coming down over here, these are my beloved crudités. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you know that this is something we do every weekend, our crudité. I've even done whole videos showing you, talking about these before, right? So this week we did broccoli, celery, carrots, cauliflower, and some radishes. And we will use these all week long. Maybe we'll just eat them with some hummus. We'll serve them on the side. If I'm in need of a quick side dish for dinner, I will steam them and then serve them as the veggie. These veggies are like my little right-hand man all week long. Then over here, I have my leafy green department. So I have some kale that we washed and stemmed and then chopped. We have some grab and go baby arugula. And then I also love to buy these big old pre-washed baby spinach. And I will say I use this primarily for my green smoothies and smoothies for the kids in the morning. So this bin will usually be gone solely from going into drinks, okay? So the arugula I like to put on sandwiches or make a simple salad. And then let me just show you what the kale looks like, because this we did ourselves, right? See, so you just wash it, stem it, and then chop it nice and fine. I line the bottom of my container with a paper towel to absorb any extra moisture. And then this absolutely lasts me all week. People always ask, well, don't they go bad by the end of the week? No, they really don't. Some of the veggies might start to dry out a little bit by the end of the week, but that's a sacrifice I am willing to make, because if I don't have them pre-prepped and ready to go, a lot of times I just don't have the time to do it during the week, and therefore I wouldn't do it at all. So I'm okay if they start to dry out a little bit by the end of the week. Then over here, I just have some berries. I have strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. And those I leave right in the container just like that. I don't wash my berries ahead of time, because if you wash your berries ahead of time, they go bad really fast. So with the berries, since all you have to do is give them a quick rinse anyway, I just leave them in the fridge as is, and then when we're ready to enjoy them, we just give them a quick rinse under some cold water and eat them. Then down in my veggie drawers, I have even more vegetables. Now here's the deal. Number one, you gotta remember that this is what I am doing for a living, guys. So I am constantly coming up with new recipes and stuff. So this is kind of like food prepped for my family to be eating during the week. A lot of stuff that you'll find in these drawers are things that I'm working on, recipes for you guys, so coming up with new stuff. So it's a lot of vegetables, I know. I do, however, keep in these drawers for us, like the cucumbers, the peppers, really thin-skinned veggies that I don't like to cut ahead of time, and then we'll just grab them when we're ready to eat them and just slice and go. So I do have a lot more veggies in here, but a lot of this stuff is for recipes that I'm going to be working on. I have peppers, more carrots, some tomatoes, I have fresh herbs, parsley and cilantro. And that's what's happening in my veggie drawers. Then down here is the deli center, or at least that's what the fridge calls it. It says deli center right there. So let me show you what happens in here. This is where I keep like cheese and tortillas and some meats and stuff like that. So I have a few different cheeses here. I have Parmesan cheese. I have shredded mozzarella cheese. This I always like to keep on hand for those quick quesadillas I'm always telling you guys about. This, I have halloumi cheese. If you guys have ever had this before, it's like a cheese that you can grill, which is so delicious. And I really just have this in here in case we're entertaining or have some friends over. It's a really fun finger food to put out if you're having, you know, a little glass of wine, a little entertainment, really delicious. Then I have some corn tortillas. Sometimes we will use these tortillas to make our quesadillas with, or we'll make really quick, easy tacos. Like this is something we would do for a quick weeknight meal. We would grab these tortillas with our shredded cheese, the chicken that's already made, a little layer of spinach, just put it all in there and then heat it in the microwave or on the stove, and you have super, super fast weeknight tacos, which my husband and I love and the kids go crazy for too. Then I have some ham, the Applegate's ham, and I'll just use that to make sandwiches for lunch boxes, or you can make ham and cheese roll-ups if you wanted to for a lunchbox. Then I have some Kerrygold cheese wedges, which honestly, I've never tried it and I don't think it's open yet. I think my husband bought this one. We tend to keep some more like fun foods in this drawer. Then we have a whole bunch of dried figs and dates. We keep those in this drawer as well because we both like them a little bit with a little chill on them. So I have sun-dried figs and I have some dried pitted dates, and these are great for curbing a sweet tooth. A lot of times, take a couple of these with a few nuts. It's a great snack on the go. If I'm having a sweet tooth, I might take a couple of these with some dark chocolate. Amazing combination, great job at curbing a sweet tooth. Just these dried figs, I have to say, if you like fig Newtons, you should try dried figs as a snack. It gives you that same experience. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have some cream cheese. My kids like that on toast. I have a little bit of feta cheese. I like adding that into salads and stuff. And then I also have a couple of these baked tofu squares. They're like marinated baked tofu. And this is another thing I like for on the fly, like a quick weeknight meal or a lunch when I want to get a little bit of protein in. This is convenient. It's got a lot of flavor. One square has 16 grams of protein. So it's a great way to add in some vegetarian protein. You know, when time is not on your side. Now I'm gonna move into the outskirts of the refrigerator. Up here we have our vitamins. So I take a multivitamin, probiotic, a little bit of turmeric burst, cod liver oil, so that's for your healthy fats. I also have the cod for my kids. This is a children's DHA. The only way I can get them to have that is by put a little bit in their smoothies because it does have a strong flavor. And then I have my multivitamins. So that's my basic vitamins. I personally do a multi, I do an omega-3 of some sort. Then I usually do a little bit of vitamin D as well, which I keep on the counter, and a probiotic. That's my basic go-to vitamin routine. Then on this, I just have some condiments, right? So everybody has to have some sriracha in their refrigerator. And I also have this chili garlic sauce similar to the sriracha. So that's great to add on just about anything you want to have a little bit of kick to it. Then we have some fresh horseradish, which I just love the flavor of. We like to use this a lot of times we like to get fresh oysters. My husband and I love fresh oysters. So sometimes on the weekend we'll get them and we'll use this to add to the oysters. My husband also likes to mix this into his tomato juice. Me, I'm not such a tomato juice drinker, but that's what he does with this. Then you have a little Tabasco. I have another horseradish sauce. This is amazing on sandwiches. This is basically like mayo and horseradish together. It's like an aioli. Delish. Then I have liquid aminos. This is just a natural alternative to soy sauce. It doesn't have any soy in it. I can have soy, so sometimes I buy soy sauce. Sometimes I buy this. I just like to experiment with new ingredients, so that's why I have this right now. And it's great, absolutely great. Then I have some Worcestershire sauce and a little bit of toasted sesame oil. These are just, again, if I'm doing a recipe that calls from them. I will say, if you guys have never experimented with toasted sesame oil though, it takes just the littlest drop, can add so much flavor to a Asian-inspired salad dressing, or if you wanted to do some type of stir fry, using just a little drop of this will transform the flavor of your dish in a very good way. Then, way in the back there, I have some sun-dried tomatoes. I was using them for a recipe I was making. And then here I have anchovy paste and tomato paste. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of times if you buy tomato paste in a can, you only need a tablespoon or two, and then the rest ends up going bad and it gets wasted. So I love buying it in these little squeeze tubes because it lasts a lot longer and it's just a lot more practical. And then the anchovy paste, if you have never tried anchovy paste before, or anchovies in general, you have to give it a try. Really, it just has a salty umami flavor to it. I know most people are really afraid that it's gonna be super fishy, but that doesn't tend to be the case. And adding a little bit to a saute pan with some garlic and olive oil as the base to a veggie dish or a chicken dish can completely transform the flavors of your dish. So if you've never experimented with the anchovy paste, I'm gonna give you a little nudge to get out and do that. Now, down on the bottom here, these are just good old condiments, nothing out of the norm here. I have some chicken broth that I keep on hand, right? If I need a splash here or a splash there, I've got it ready to go. I have barbecue sauce. If I'm not making it homemade, I really like this one from Trader Joe's because it's sweet and smoky, and I like that it has a little bit of heat to it. We have ketchup because my daughter thinks ketchup is like water and that she should have it with everything. So ketchup. I've got some mayonnaise. This one is made from canola oil. It's the 365 brand from Whole Foods. As you guys know, I really like mayo. A lot of times I'll go half mayo, half Greek yogurt in dishes, but I do love myself a little bit of mayonnaise. Then back here I have two products from the Primal Kitchen. This is Mark Sisson. He is the author, the founder of Mark's Daily Apple. He's a big paleo primal living guy, but he just came out with his own line of salad dressings and mayonnaise and bars. And so I was experimenting with these. This one is chipotle lime. So good. It has so much flavor. It's great to just add like to a piece of grilled chicken, or you can of course put it on a sandwich or something, but I like it almost as a side for dipping something really simple, like a grilled piece of chicken, or even putting in a little piece of fish. And then the salad dressing, this one is the honey mustard, which is delicious, but I have to say, I don't do a ton of store-bought salad dressings, because I usually just do my olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, and vinegar, or lemon, like you've seen me do a million times. But what I have been doing with this is using it as a marinade for my chicken, and that has been delicious. There's also a Greek blend, and that one's great on the grilled chicken as well. As a matter of fact, the chicken I showed you guys before was marinated in the Primal Kitchen salad dressing, but the Greek flavor. And then we just have a whole bunch of mustards here because we like mustard, and my son is obsessed with mustard. He has to put it on everything, including his tacos. So I just have a grainy mustard here, and then I have a Dijon mustard, which I like to use in salad dressings, and then I have a good old-fashioned yellow mustard because that's the one my 4, soon-to-be 5-year-old son really likes. On the other side of my fridge, I have like my butter, my nut butters and jellies, and some beverages. So let me show you what we've got going on. Now, I really like to encourage you guys to find your own way with food and how it feels in your body. But if there's one thing I would like to say today is that when it comes to butter, do yourself a favor and get real whole butter. If you're gonna do butter, don't do the margarines or the butter substitutes because they really do you no favors. If you're gonna have some butter, have the real deal. So I love this Kerrygold's butter. It's made from grass-fed cows, and it's just a nice, rich, golden, yellow, old-fashioned butter. If I'm making some quick weeknight fish for the kids and my husband and I'll just use this in the pan to butter the pan. I love to mix this into some frozen peas, like as a quick side dish. We might put it on a little bit of toast, or if you just wanted to saute something with that butter flavor, I always go with this guy right here. Then over here, I have peanut butter and almond butter. I usually get my nut butters at Trader Joe's. I usually buy Sun Nut butter too, but I have that in my pantry right now. I also have tahini, which is like nut butter, but it's made from sesame seeds. It's a little bit more bitter, but it is delicious, and it's a great base for salad dressings as well, with a little bit of lemon, olive oil, and garlic. It makes a nice, creamy, nutty flavored salad dressing that happens to be delicious on kale. Then I have a few different jellies. I have some orange marmalade, and I have no idea why because I don't really like orange marmalade, but my mom does, actually. That's why I have this. I keep this in the fridge for you, Mom. And I've got some strawberry jelly for my kids' peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then I have these little Jenkins jellies. These are spicy little jellies, and they are so amazing. These I like to put, you can put a little bit, like if you were having like some cheese and veggies, the cheese with the spicy jelly, the combination of the two is insane. Or if you wanted to make like a sandwich, a little bit of grilled chicken with a little bit of cheese and some spicy jelly, it really, all that flavor combination will blow your mind. And then over here I have some chocolate syrup, and that's just if we want to make a little homemade chocolate milk for the kids, or if they want to put it on top of their banana nice cream. That's the ice cream that you make with just the bananas. So we just keep a little chocolate syrup in the house for fun. And last but not least, the final shelf here is just some beverages that I have going on at the current moment. And again, it changes, right? So back here I have almond milk. I buy the unsweetened almond milk. Again, this is the 365 brand, and I like to use this in my coffee. I just put it in my milk steamer and then use that in my coffee in the morning. But I'm forever changing what I put in my coffee. I just happen to be on an almond milk kick right now. I have a bottle of coconut water. I don't drink this all the time. I just bought it on the fly when I was at the store. And I used to drink coconut. When I was pregnant, I drank coconut water all of the time. And it's so interesting because your body really knows what it needs and what it wants at certain times in your life. Because coconut water is known for like the natural electrolytes and keeping the body balanced. And when I was pregnant and then after I had my babies, my body drank coconut water like regular water, and I really believe that it made me feel amazing. But now I only drink it here and there. Then I have just cranberry juice. So I'm not the biggest juice fan, right? But I like these natural juices where there's nothing in it except for the cranberry juice concentrate, right? So it's a very, very concentrated juice. And because this one is cranberry, it's very tart. But what we do with this is if my kids want a drink or like a juice drink, what I do is I give them seltzer with just a splash of this, and it totally does the job. So if you have kids that drink a lot of juice and you want to get them off of that, try buying these natural juices that have nothing else in them except for whatever flavored juice they are, right? And then put it into some seltzer to cut it. And it's a great way to do it. It's great for adults too. It's a great way if you're thirsty and if maybe you're a soda drinker, because like I have a whole video on that. I was a big soda drinker, and doing that was one of the things that really helped me cut it, because you still get the bubbles from the seltzer and then the juice gives you a little bit of flavor. Then here, this is called the SodaStream. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but it comes with a couple of these plastic bottles, and you fill them up with your own filtered water. You put it on the soda machine, and it turns it into bubbly water. So this is just carbonated water that we get to make at home ourselves. Then back here, then in the back, I've got some leftover champagne. That was for Mother's Day that we didn't get to drink. And finally, I have a couple of these KeVita sparkling probiotic drinks. I love these drinks because sometimes I just want something other than water. And these they have natural probiotics in them. They're similar to like the kombucha drinks, but to me, they're a little more friendly. They're light, they're bubbly, they have great flavors, and they have really low sugar. So this whole bottle has 4 grams of sugar and 40 calories. But I very rarely drink a whole bottle in one sitting. I usually just pour about half of it. And my kids love these too. So it's like a fun juice alternative if you're looking for something like that. And so that is a tour of my refrigerator. And that really is kind of like a sneak peek of what goes on there on a weekly basis. I do usually change some of the ingredients that I make ahead of time, like the chicken or the salads, but for the most part, those staples are in there every week. So now I'm curious, what staples do you like to prep or do you have in your fridge on a weekly basis? Come on down into the comments below and let me know. And if you guys want to print any of my clean and delicious recipes, make sure you head on over to cleananddelicious.com. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Dani Spies, and I will see you back here soon with some more clean and deliciousness. But that doesn't tend to be the case. And adding a little bit to a saute pan with some garlic and olive oil.